Okay, the evening's just started.
McLafferty's a hard boss, but she knows what she's doing, that's for sure.
Crimson Caravan Company.
If you're looking to buy or sell, you've come to the right man. The Crimson Caravan Company has the widest selection in the wasteland.
Okay, can you answer some questions?
Maybe. What do you want to know?
Where do you get your merchandise? Trouble with bandits? Where are you from? Yeah, let's ask about bandits since we just found a destroyed caravan.
Out here, we usually split our caravans into smaller bands. That way, we don't lose everything if they get hit. It's not very efficient, though. But hopefully, we'll be able to start running larger caravans once things get civilized.
Where do you get the merchandise?
Trade routes, my friend. Trade routes. Just about every major town in the wasteland has a Crimson Caravan branch in it.
Okay.
Need anything else?
What do you have for sale?
Can do.
Yeah, seems like a very wide selection of things. "9mm pistol scope." Yeah, this is probably the one thing I least want into my 9mm. Hmm. Oh. Ooh, grenade rifle long barrel. Increase range by 100%. This would be great, but I don't think it's compatible with the mercenary grenade rifle. Yeah, and again, I don't want to buy too many things. Not now. We'll come back to these later. Okay, let's see what we have for sale. Oh yeah. Ah. We did get some weapons from the caravan that was ambushed. Lever action shot. Yeah, when I kept the mercenary grenade rifle over the normal grenade rifle, I didn't consider modifications at all. Just add it. Yeah. I'll take a few radaways too. Anything else? E-charger rifle. Again, a weapon that pretty much recharges its own ammunition. It's it's an okay weapon against low to medium opponents if you take them one at a time, but if you have a large firefight, there's a lot of downtime waiting for the ammunition to recharge. Stress and the modern refugee of Primer has no weight, and it's clearly a very out of place item buying it. Tiny, tiny babies. All you need to know about pediatric medicine. That's good.
See ya.
Hmm. I'm not sure I want to talk to everyone here. Not now. Seems like there's a lot of people here. And I was sort of looking to make a quick visit to these places before going into the casino district. Please. Yeah. I'll quickly visit the gun runners too to get some kind of a solid idea of what they're offering. They should reside Eastgate. Quick visit to the gun runners and we'll come to the Eastgate.
I don't handle buying and selling for the gun runners. Talk to the robot in the kiosk near our factory.
Who's in charge here?
Out here, we don't have bosses. Me, the gunsmiths, and the guards all know what we're supposed to be doing. Working for the gun runners is a sweet job. None of us would dare screw it up.
Oh, want to play a hand of Caraman?
I'm gonna roll over you.
Please do. 66. What? Raised by 185. Too small time. Not worth bothering with.
Hello. Welcome, sir or madam. Do you wish to purchase something?
Where did you get all that weaponry?
All Gunrunner merchandise is constructed on site.
That's a potential anti-material rifle with some kind of a light mesh support machine. Shotguns, rifles. How did you get inside there?
This kiosk was specially constructed around me to deter theft and assault.
Okay, show me what you have.
I am ready to process our transaction.
A lot of things, as expected. Nice selection of ammunition. Normal, armor piercing, explosive, incendiary. Yeah, a lot of ammunition types. 12.7, I haven't seen these at all. Normal, hollow point. It's at least an SMG. Suppressor. Silences the weapon. 7,400 for a 12.7mm submachine gun. It's not all. It has a fairly okay damage and huge DPS. Very powerful weapon. And at least compared to the crap we have. 25mm grenade launcher. APB. I'm not quite sure what that means. I'm guessing it's 25mm grenade something weapon. Expanded drum, long barrel, projectile velocity. APV, it's a gunrunner's arsenal weapon. No, grenades and high explosive grenades are different things. Yeah, they have a high explosives for higher damage multiplier. Time grenades. Okay, 56mm pistol, bonus critical chance. That might be worth buying just because you have access to better ammunition like armor-piercing rounds. The 9mm pistol also suffers in that area. Not a great pistol to start with, and then you have the backlash ammunition. The plus P ammunition would be the only ammunition worth using really, and if they're very hard to get in any large quantities. Even here you have 8 bullets. 9mm. Anti-material rifle. It's basically a sniper rifle using 50 caliber ammunition. Very large caliber, very devastating. It's a slow firing rifle, but I don't think you're gonna need to fire all that much. Assault carbine. Battle rifle. Bozar. 29,500. Yeah. You need strength 8. This is a ammunition type is normal assault rifle ammunition. Fairly high damage, I mean low damage per projectile, but high DPS. And shotguns, chainsaws, a lot of upgrades, reinforced combat armor Mark 1, Mark 2 I mean, combat helmet, reinforced helmet, reinforced Mark 2, SH, a unique weapon, Fat Man. Plus 10 to damage threshold and plus 25 to radiation resistance, so it basically provides defensive buffs for me. It weighs more. Damage pretty much the same as the normal Pac-Man. Less likely to get yourself killed with this, although if your damage is something like over 800, I'm not sure what good is a 10-point damage threshold gonna do. It will be, if I'm gonna shoot myself with this, I'm dead anyway. Batman Little Boy Kit decreases weight by 50%, that's pretty much mandatory. Flamer expanded tanks, yeah. Gehenna unique, shish kebab. A lot of guns, yeah, a lot of guns. Some laser weaponry too, mostly upgrades, not the actual weapons. Light machine gun expanded drum. Increases ammunition capacity by 110. Medicine stick, another 30,000 rifle. Yeah. Mini nukes, big kit, low yield, time, tiny tots. Yeah, single ammunition weighs 3 pounds. 650 nails. Primer boxes. I'm buying them. They seem to have weight. I'm not sure they have weight. Ah, that. Sleepy time. A silent submachine gun. Two-step goodbye. I think this is 30,000 melee weapon. No, it's an unarmed weapon. Bonus critical chance, reduced critical damage, critical kill equals boom. Yeah. I don't want to lose caps at the moment, so I'm... I'm trading in some fairly known weight items to get money from these guys. Goodbye.
Come back and see us again soon.
Yeah, this is definitely a place to come later on. I do need to. I need pistol powder, so we needed to make those homemade grenades. I'm not sure what else we needed for them. Big cans and dynamite. I'm not sure about duct tape.
Looking for a fix, man? I got what you need.
What are you selling?
Have a look, baby.
Dixon's jet. It's a watered down jet. That is more expensive than normal jet. Yeah, goodbye.
Talk to you later.
We can rouse. Some kind of a shop, clearly. I don't intend to do shopping now, but I want to see what they're selling.
If you're looking for guns, talk to Mick. Otherwise, I've got a nice selection of general supplies.
Do you offer anything else?
I only offer services if the king gives the okay. Impress him and we can talk.
Who's the king?
If you haven't heard of the king, you must have been living under a rock or something. The king has his boys all over Freeside. He controls the water pump and is essentially the go-to guy for what goes around here.
Yeah, let me in on the action.
Wow, you're a real wordsmith there, bub. Sorry, talk to the leaders of Freeside if you want the deal.
Yeah, surprisingly it didn't work. Hey, yeah, tell me something about Freeside.
What do you want to know?
Okay, who is the king?
If you haven't heard of the king has his boys all over.
Okay. What about the Van Graffs?
They're the local energy weapon dealers in Freeside. When it comes to lasers and plasma, they're the only game in town, and they keep it that way. Gloria's men are the best armed in Freeside and ruthless to boot. But her brother, Jean-Baptiste Cutting, puts them all to shame.
Okay, what's up with the Atomic Wrangler?
Their joint is the only place in Freeside to get it all under one roof. They've got gambling, booze, chems, and whores. They're good folks, just don't cross them. They're known for tidying up loose ends with a bullet to the brain box.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Anything else I can help you with?
Show me your stuff.
Take a gander.
Container of chlorine. Okay. Again, one of those random items. It has no weight, so...
Another satisfied customer. Come back anytime.
Also not all that expensive. So you must handle the gun parts then. I need to check the microfusion grenades. We could make a few of these just to see how good they really are. Yeah, 6. They only require the microfusion cells and nothing else, so that's a very attractive quality of them. Tin grenades, duct tape, pistol powder, tin can. So not even any other explosive, just the powder. Again, another, it's better than the microfusion grenade, but Another grenade that can be basically made from almost nothing. Duct tape might be the biggest problem of getting more.
Welcome to Mick and Ralph's. If you need guns, I'm your man. For general supplies and other services, see my partner Ralph.
Do you have special items?
Why? Do you work for one of the casinos?
No.
All of my guns are special. If anything catches your eye, let me know.
Okay, let's see what you got.
Have a look.
Okay, selection of weaponry. Embrace the Mantis King, 12,000. Bonus critical damage, critical chance. Seems like an unarmed weapon. Tana. Little Devil. Bonus critical chance. Nuka Breaker. It's a Nuka color sign. Okay.
Come back and see us soon.
Sorry about that. Nice bout of coughing. We're not gonna steal tin cans. This looks like a crap hole. There has to be tin cans here and there.
All mine. Can't run from me.
Whoa!
Ugh.
That's colors of that apocalypse flag. We'll make a quick visit there for out of game reasons. Mojave Express drop. Just using them so we have the option to use that if we need to. Old Mormon Fort.
Hey,
Hey, hey, hey.
Are you here to drop off medical supplies? Leave them with the rest in the middle of the courtyard.
What is this place?
The Old Mormon Fort serves as the regional hub for the followers of the Apocalypse. I am the administrator for this region.
Who are the followers? We know that. So, what do you do here?
The followers of the Apocalypse aren't just interested in research. We care for our fellow man and do everything we can to help humanity. Here in Freeside, we provide food and medical services for those in need. We also have organized reconstruction efforts. With the help of Bill Ronte, we were able to install a water pump just west of here, but the Kings quickly took control of the pump. What do you want to talk about?
Yeah, things seem pretty rough here.
More than rough, it's a damn mess. Freeside townies are constantly picking fights with NCR civilians. Thugs and thieves are always looking for a victim, and the local families are just sitting back making caps on the mess. Freeside is in dire need, but no one has been man enough to step up. The followers can only do so much to stem the tide.
Yeah, I love the fact that there's only one dialogue option, and what can I do to help? That's the option. I guess it won't do any harm since I don't have options.
There is always something needing done. A few souls here in Freeside could be great assets to the community if they'd kick their addictions. We need a regular supply of medicine organized, but the Crimson Caravan wants too many caps for what we need. Lastly, tensions between the townies and NCR tourists have been going downhill fast lately. A lot of innocent people will get hurt if things blow up.
You sell medical supply?
We're pretty short-handed as it is, but I suppose I could spare a few items.
I don't want to ask too much about these now. Calming things, not really what I'm interested in. I want to see things happening. Helping addicts, ugh. What about medical supplies? That will probably include chemicals.
Rates of injury and illness in Freeside are very high. Supplies don't last long.
So what do you need?
Med-X, Radaway, and Fixer are Freeside essentials. I can't pay you for any supplies you bring in, but I could discount the charge for our services.
Seems like you need a steady supply, not just whatever I can grab for you.
So far, the Crimson Caravan won't cut us a deal. If you can convince them or some other merchant to work with us, I'll discount supplies to you.
What other merchant might be willing to deal with you?
You might ask around at Mick and Ralph's, or go see the Garretts, though I suspect they're too busy poisoning Freeside to help it out.
Okay. That sounds fine.
Just come see me when you've got some supplies to turn in. What do you want?
We'll be going. Yeah, don't say goodbye or anything. She's coming our way. I wanted the snow globe. And the reason for that is we are going to need an influx of cash, I mean bottle caps. So I can get that by selling those snow globes. I don't recall where all of them are. I do recall a few of them. And since this was right,
Hey.
pretty much
All mine. Me.
razor, doctor fatigues, and a sheriff's hat. I can imagine this spoon is pretty useful, and this is him with me with charisma 1, which pretty much makes him suck. So with a higher charisma, he has to be an amazingly good guy.
What?
What?
Hungry? Thirsty? Horny? The Atomic Wrangler has you covered.
Fire.
You want someone dead?
The
Really
Kings.
dead? Stop by the Silver Rush and we'll give you the means.
A Silver Rush, Atomic
Lasers,
Wrangler.
plasma, pistols, grenades. We've got it all.
Yeah, Atomic Wrangler, I guess, is a bar that offers everything, sells everything, all devices covered. Silver Rush, that's the energy weapon sales. I don't think we can even enter with any weaponry. So visiting there is a pain in the ass, because you have to redo all your quick slots. Kings.
Come to the Silver Rush for all
School
your
of
energy
Impersonation.
weapon needs.
Open enrollment. We're not interested in that now. We're interested in reaching that tower. I hope I have enough cash to get in. I'm not sure what the limit is. I don't want to shoot there. I'm very careful when shooting when there are neutrals around, especially in a city environment. I'd rather not shoot at all than risk shooting a neutral. I'm guessing everything might turn hostile towards us if I blunder like that. Hopefully my companion shooting won't affect them. More. Yeah, this has nothing to do with us. Please don't shoot the robot.
You look new to Freeside, so here's a little advice, friend. Don't go past the Southgate greeter without talking to it first.
Why not?
Those bots are programmed to vaporize anyone who enters the fenced-in area without authorization from the greeter.
Yeah, thanks for the advice. Who are you?
The name's Old Ben. I've been living in Freeside since the day I was born.
So, what's your story?
I've done a bit of everything around here. Courier, butcher, crier, escort, gun for hire. Some of which I'm not proud of, but I do my best to help around town when needed. All right.
But
Till next time.
You have entered a restricted area. Investigation subroutine initiated.
they don't seem to be all that impressive. Something like a pistol and maybe some kind of grenade.
Submit to a credit check or present your passport before proceeding to the gate. Trespassers will be shot.
Yeah, 2,000 caps. And we could fail a science check. I'm guessing with science of 80 you can bypass this. Okay, credit check. What's that for?
Admission to the strip requires an official passport or proof that you are carrying the required minimum balance. These policies prevent less reputable persons from entering and ensure a good time will be had by all who enter the strip.
Yeah, we'll submit. We have the money.
Thank you, madam. You may proceed.
Same model of robot we've encountered. I'm guess the picture there implies something about the programming it's using. So why the cowboy?
That's it.
Howdy, partner. You've come for a piece, haven't you? Welcome to New Vegas.
Okay. Yeah, this place does look amazing.
The place to get started is Lucky 38. See that big old tower shaped like a roulette spinner? That's where you find Mr. House, New Vegas's head honcho. And he's itching to make your acquaintance.
So it's pretty much confirmed that he is Mr. House's agent of some kind. Why is a robot passing on his invitation?
Well now, it was Mr. House that made Securitrons like me. Seems the least I could do is pass on his message. Don't dawdle. He'll be waiting.
Keep moving.
Ah,
Oh, those last 5
No.
shots were a bad idea.
the cowboy
Can I have
just
word with your commanding
implies that.
officer after this?
Why do they call it a monorail? It's a train. A train.
Why?
Okay, lovely
Leaving
discussions
already?
there.
Sell and let you sweat it off.
Yeah, it definitely implies the picture of what kind of programming is going on there.
Look alive, guys. You're on NCR time.
There's no, probably
They say
not
the
much
monorail
difference
is
between
just
the actual
ahead.
models.
Somewhere.
So fucked up I can't feel my legs.
Well, howdy, partner. Good to see you again. Boss is waiting for you upstairs, so get a move on.
Thank you, Victor.
I see you brought some friends. Sorry, partner, but they're gonna have to stay outside.
Okay,
Come back soon now.
don't try to run off. No, we don't need to give them additional commands. They are waiting. That was nice of you, game. So we could loot this area entirely. I think we're going to meet Mr. House first.
Where to, partner?
Penthouse.
Penthouse floor.
Okay, a lady.
Well, hello, Sugar. Mr. House is waiting for you in his office.
Who are you?
I'm Jane, one of Mr. House's girls. We keep him entertained. We don't get many guests lately. Perhaps we can entertain you as well.
Okay, what kind of robots are you?
Why, I'm a Robco PDQ-88B Mark I Securitron, you silly goose. We're the finest in personal civil robotic security on the market.
Can you tell me about Mr. House?
Why, Sugar, he's the maximum utmost. If it weren't for Mr. House, we wouldn't have this fabulous wonderland of New Vegas, would we?
That sounds like you're pretty fond of him.
Well, of course I am, silly. Mr. House is just the smartest, most wonderful man there ever was. Why, did you know he single-handedly reclaimed New Vegas from all those nasty tribes that used to live here? Well, he single-handedly sent in his Securitrons to do it, but that counts in my book. Anything you like, Sugar?
This is where you can get rid of your snow globe collection.
Not many people know this, but Mr. House is one of the world's biggest collectors of antique snow globes. If you happen to find any out in the wasteland, you can bring them to me, and I'll add them to his collection. You'll get a reward, of course. In fact, one of Mr. House's favorites went missing when we moved the collection. If you have a look around the Lucky 38, you might even find it.
We'll return the snow globes when we found the extra one that's inside the casino.
Enjoy your time on the Vegas Strip.
This meeting has been a long time coming, hasn't it? You've come a long ways, literally, and I suspect figuratively as well. I have to ask, now that you've reached your destination, what do you make of what you see?
I've never seen anything like this place.
Of course you haven't. Vegas always was one of a kind. What you see down on the Strip is just a fraction of the city's former glory, and yet, more than an echo, I preserved its spirit. Or perhaps you were referring to the Lucky 38? The years haven't been kind to her, but still she manages to impress.
I'm not gonna downplay my own importance. It's not in my character really. So shall we get down to business?
The business is this. One of my employees has stolen an item of extraordinary value from me, and I want it recovered. Simple enough.
I'd like to ask some questions about this.
What did you wish to know?
What is the platinum chip?
It's a very special item. There's nothing else like it in the entire world. It was lost a long time and difficult to find. That's all you need to know about it for this stage of our enterprise. Fulfill your contract, deliver the chip, and good things will come your way.
The less I know, the less I care, know what I mean? We might as well fail this one too.
You have a contract to fulfill, a delivery to make. If you can't hold to a contract simply for the ethic of holding to a contract, you're worthless to me.
Have there a right to know more? What right could I possibly have? Yeah, if the chip's so valuable, why use a single courier to transport it?
You realize you were just one of many couriers. The rest of them, dummies, so to speak. Add to that many thousands of caps worth of mercenary protection to screen your avenue of approach. Had I used an armed caravan to transport the chip, I might as well have been announcing to the world, this is important, attack this. I didn't want to attract the attention of groups like the Great Khans or the Brotherhood of Steel. Alas, the real threat was closer to home.
Yeah, but that doesn't really explain. Even the shittiest caravan has some kind of a mercenary protection. So, entrusting something that important to a single guy, you must really prefer the secrecy over security on this one. So why won't you just use your robots to get the chip? I can think of reasons, but I want to know his reasons.
Frontal assaults on casinos, not good for business. In any case, Benny would see it coming, and all he'd have to do is hold the chip up and point a pistol at it. Our foremost advantage is that Benny doesn't know that I know he has the chip. Let's not squander it. What else did you want to know?
Who exactly are you?
I am Robert Edwin House, President, CEO, and sole proprietor of the New Vegas Strip. I oversaw the city's renovations starting from 2274 onward. The 3 families are my employees. Before the Great War of 2077, I was the founder, president, and CEO of Robco Industries, a vast computer and robotics corporation.
You appear to be a computer, not a man.
Don't let the video screens and computer terminals fool you. I'm flesh and blood, not silicon.
Why do we fail at everything? Yeah. You must be like a brain in a jar.
No. While brains demonstrated some use as organic processors in the robots produced by General Atomics International, they never retained personality once removed from the human body.
How have you stayed alive all this time?
Let's just say it was very costly. But I was willing to make the sacrifices longevity entailed, financial and otherwise.
Yeah, I'm guessing he doesn't look quite like this anymore. So, how did you establish New Vegas?
We can discuss this in greater detail at another time. Suffice it to say that when my Securitrons detected NCR scouts at Hoover Dam, I took action. I recruited a tribal force to supplement my Securitrons and renovated the Strip just in time to welcome the NCR as it marched into the region. Instead of war, a treaty was negotiated, and the money started to pour in. What else did you want to know?
Tell me about Benny.
Benny has led the chairman ever since I recruited his tribe 7 years ago. Until his recent misbehavior, I'd planned to make him my protege. Maybe if I'd begun grooming him sooner, none of this would have happened.
Oh. Why do you need a protege?
To achieve my aims, I require a capable human agent to perform certain tasks. I knew Benny was ambitious, even ruthless, but I believed he would do the job so long as he was incentivized appropriately. Obviously, I miscalculated his drive for supremacy, but in any case, you've come along, a more than suitable replacement.
So why did he betray you?
I have to think that he found out about the platinum chip and mistakenly convinced himself that he could use it to his own ends. One of the problems of a tribal workforce, I'm afraid. No intuitive understanding of how complex technologies can be.
Why didn't you intervene sooner when Benny ambushed me? Victor all sort of explained it quite convincingly, I think. It was a single Securitron against a group of people. It wouldn't not have made a difference. It would just mean that it would have been destroyed. I'm more interested in why did he choose to intervene at all, to be honest.
Why didn't Victor intervene sooner, you mean? Goodsprings is a bit too far away for me to reliably control a Securitron agent by remote. I can send and receive packets of data at best. Victor's combat algorithms determined the proper course of action. Benny and his thugs were more than a match for a lone Securitron. When he alerted me, I instructed him to approach the site after Benny and the others had departed. What else did you want to know?
Okay, what kind of deal are you offering?
My only concern is the recovery of the platinum chip. What happens to Benny, I leave to your discretion. When you bring the chip to me, I will pay you 4 times the delivery bonus stipulated in your contract. How's that?
Not worth bothering, really. 1,000 gaps, yeah. Raise your price or you're cheap out of luck. That's terrible.
Is that an attempt at humor? I've always taken business negotiations very seriously. I advise you to do the same.
Yeah, my reaction exactly. I'll accept the offer.
Well enough. Return to me when you have the platinum chip in your possession. Any final matters for us to discuss?
No.
Until then.
So, platinum chip. We're still not exactly much better off. We have a better understanding of the situation, but we don't know what we're doing.
Congratulations, partner. The boss has instructed me to comp you to the High Roller Suite. You can bring your friends too. Be like a little clubhouse for the gang you put together. Just bear in mind, you're the only one gets to see the boss. Any friends you got, They can wait in the suite. Enjoy the digs, partner. They're plenty fancy.
Yeah, we have another apartment here now. It's much better than the motel, surprisingly. Presidential suite is better than a crappy motel room. You heard it here first. And Snow Globe test sites. I know there's other interesting things here too. Magazines, maybe. Yep. True police stories. Briefcase, heart lock. Okay, I'm interested. Unlikely to come here again. So what if we waste our last lockpicking skill getting on? C4 plastic explosive! Detonator, money, psycho, silent pistol, rounds for the silent pistol, and sneak magazine. Okay, I'd say that's good enough for that trade, especially for me. C4 explosives and a remote detonator weapon. And that's okay. Let's go to the penthouse. I won't be using this as a base for my equipment. The reason is quite simple. There is no quick travel option to reach here. Lucky 38 Casino, yes there is. That's because I've actually added it in a mod. I forgot about that. So we can use it as a base, but it also, I feel, if I recall correctly, has some more higher tendency to bug out. I mean, it's a more crash-prone area because it's so complicated and large. So I'm still going to be using the motel room basically to dump equipment. It's easier to access, and it's rock solid stable. No, nothing odd will happen there.
Well, hello, Sugar. Mr. House is waiting for you in his office.
I want to dump the snow globes.
You do?
8,000.
Why, that's just wonderful. I'll take them and put them with the rest of the collection.
Mm, 11,600. So what that will translate to is probably 2 implants for us.
Where to, partner?
Let's check our suite.
High roller suite.
You can buy upgrades to this place from that one. This is better in the sense that you can buy workbenches here, containers, so it's better if you want to keep things organized. So I think I will be using this to some extent at least. There might be free water here too. Yeah. So in many ways this is definitely a better base of operations. It has pretty much everything you could possibly need. Crafting locker. Weapon trunk workbench. Okay. And a crafting locker. And a weapon trunk. I'm buying extra lockers. Basically the crafting area, and we can easily dump the crafting materials here. And weapon lockers, so we can dump our extra ammunition and extra weaponry in different lockers too. So it's a better way to keep things organized, but as good as the safe is, I think the utility of being able to organize our equipment better and the added quick travel option to this place do warrant the use of this location as base mainly. Still lacking the cans. Yep. Okay. Our first big milestone in the game really achieved. We reached Vegas. Have a soft, large bed to sleep in. Have a very solid base of operations where we can invite all our allies, so we're ready to start exploring further. I'm not sure I want to go and see Benny now. But we do want to, might as well, as we're in the strip, to sort of take a look around and see what interesting things we can find for ourselves to do.